Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Juan Sepulveda. I am back creating our basic dev utility tool where we're taking a screenshot and we can share that easily with your CLI agents. You can share the screen that you took, and we're working on the monetization plan. So right now I am finalizing the plan to the monetization that we're going to do. Um, Let me show you what I have in mind. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to do, this is going to be a very cheap or affordable option. So for example, if you are going to use the cloud, you can have like $25 per year subscription, and a $5 monthly subscription is very affordable. And or if you choose the custom uploads, it's just a one-time purchase of $5. That's it. Nothing more. So I'm designing the flow to work with that. I finished the basic feature, but I'm still grilling down the details. So I'm doing a system session design. As you know, in a system design session, you are trying to get to the functional requirements, the non-functional requirements, what is going to be the data model, what technologies do we need to use, what are the edge cases that we're going to find or that we can think of. So I'm trying to get those details down, have a nice spec so that we can, with minimal changes, we can implement that. So that's what I'm doing right now. So it's not a lot of coding, it's more a lot of planning. Also, I don't have much time today, but I will try to do as much as I can now. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm in the middle of the session. So right now, it has asked me about 7 questions. I don't know how many are going to be. I'm going to ask how many questions left, right? So it will tell me how many questions left. Tell me, yeah, tell me each time how many more. Okay, so the question 7 is custom upload trials in the data model. So there is an issue that I'm facing right now, which is that, for example, in Stripe, for one-time payment, you don't have something like a trial based on that. So if you ask for a payment, you are just going to, is it has succeeded or not. Okay, so what I'm thinking of, what I'm going to do is, as a workaround, I will have another product with a $5 subscription in this case, and after the first payment, then I'm going to cancel that subscription so that I make sure that you do only one payment instead of doing more than one payment. So we're going to do that, and I think at this point we're in a good place to start adding tests and testing out at least the backend with the different flows and all of those things. And we are going, after we have the monetization and we launch and we start doing marketing and all of that, we're going to start introducing tests while the marketing is working. Also, the main roadblock that I have right now is that Apple has not approved my developer account. So until that, I cannot release because it's very annoying going through the security details of trying to enable all the permissions and all of that if the application is not signed by a developer account. So the OS does not recognize the applications, and it's more difficult, and I don't want to do that for this app. So that's the main roadblock right now. If not, we will have launched way before, but I've been receiving good feedback from my friends that has tested out the app, and I'm going to take their suggestions and we're going to implement that. But my focus today is go through the monetization plan and nail that now as much as possible so we can have a successful trial and error of this app. Okay, so question 7, as I was explaining, let's go back to the grilling session. Okay, custom upload trial in the data model. The spec is explicit about the custom lifetime, post first paid, and cloud trailing active, but not how to represent custom on 30-day trial, not yet paid. During that window, bring your own must work, same as cloud trial, bring your work. At cloud stays off. How do you store it? Custom status, blah, blah, blah. Down trailing lifetime. Yeah, I think custom lifetime plus custom status. Custom lifetime. Yeah. So reuse cloud status, map custom subscription trial to cloud status equal trial, and then through app cloud itself, brought online plus status online custom status trialing separate from cloud columns. Scenario: Wizard picks a custom checkout by day 5 of trial, captures blah blah blah. Gate must allow bringer denied app cloud. Webhook, customer subscription data, says trialing, so the custom price recommendation, custom lifetime, plus yeah, I think for now a custom status should work. So I'm going to select that. And 1 second, well, my garbage truck is there, so sorry about that. Okay, so you want full table of rows, please not ambiguity, minimum Yeah, I think the full table is fine. So, yeah. Okay, so full claim set, that should be fine. We can have all that information. Again, I'm not very much worried about. We are going to have a lot of checks in the backend. So if you're using the app locally, it should be fine. There is no cost of running that. So yeah. Question 9, setting. And after we implement demonetization, I'm going to add some observability of the app so we can have some idea what is working or what's not. Maybe that will be an overkill if I'm going to implement that if I get at least one paid subscriber. So that should be fine. Settings billing UI or JWT decodes. Refresh the settings open, but billing screen still needs plant label, trial and copy, upgrade CTA set. Live me. Yeah, live. Settings, get me, okay. So question 10, HTTP status taxonomy, the API config, normalize client retrieval, blah, blah, blah. So missing invalid JWT, I don't know, that should be a 500, let know. So as JWT, valid JWT, says no cloud entitlement, show payload. Okay, so for missing, yes. For one, Spark access. Yeah. Okay, F2 server, F2 denies. F2 is okay. I need to repeat the question, but next to the previous decisions, like F2 and such, and the parentheses. For example, F2, which is going to be decision. Okay, per decision reference below. F2, true sorry fails, failed to open JWT claim. Okay. Fail, open the two JWT claims. Q3. Still have cloud until okay. Nice. Q question 4. Bring error JWT only capture path. R2 refresh on launch, check out ports return run. Okay. So missing, and yeah, for that should be denied, expired access, blah blah blah. That should be a 401, and we can retry depending on, yeah, we're going to send the header and the body in the body that you can retry. Valid JWT, cursor, Q1B, fails, no cloud entitlement. Oh, sorry. What is says no cloud entitlement? Yeah. Cursor down, don't upload, which is going to, I don't think we are going to reach into that because I think we're going to keep a local database and sync with Turso, so that shouldn't be an issue actually. So but I need to change that decision that I made before. But anyways, so schedule, yep, proceed, schedule exactly, block uploads, Turso down on billing routes. That won't be an issue. Okay, so missing JWT, that sounds fine. Expired access, so we can retry, value off, denies. Yeah, entitlement required, that sounds fine. Yeah, that sounds fine. Sounds good. They're now done billing. Yes, a server error. That should be fine. Yep. But we also are going to need to support OTPs. Like for example, in this case, if the refresh token is bad, then how we can restore the session, how you can restore that. Yeah. Okay, so also if you see in the designs, we have like skip for now in the buttons. I think I can add that, and after 100 captures, maybe I enforce that, okay, you need to choose your subscription if you are not in local or one not. So yes, we are going to add that into the design and the plan. So I want to have, yeah, it should be easier for users. So I think this recommendation is good enough for us now. So yeah, table above. We're still in a lot of tokens. Okay, so cursor on upload, blah blah blah. When cloud is fully off, subscription deleted, grace ended, no custom lifeline. What happens to the system refresh token in cursor? Yeah, revoke. So keep refreshes, show stays. No, the still works in the JWT, close that in the night, to log back via cursor. No, to revoke all refreshes, delete invalidate all refresh tokens for customer. Every customer must check out, activate again. Yeah. I think we can invalidate if the subscription is canceled. Then okay. Okay, this is a continuation from another question that came from our answer. Only when the cloud is off, not valid question, straight to an error cloud subscription ends, including no, I think. Okay, split scope only when the cloud is off and custom value not paid. So again, no. Yeah, the split should be fine. If the question 12, rate limits, protect blah 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 from abuse without blocking legend to refresh start baseline. Yeah, baseline should be fine. Architecture single entitlement evaluator. Today we read for copy of blah 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 blah. Fallback share package. Yeah, should be share package. Okay. Okay, let me see. Decision log. So we're going to, yep, JWT, check the customer ID, and we deny or error. If for some reason true fails, we can use the claim. For App Cloud will be available until grace ends, and all of that. While I'm reading this, I think I want, okay, I want to give the option to skip for now. For the cloud and bring your own subscription option. We this can be abused because if we how we are going to keep track of the counts? Can I remove the app and that will be, I can remove it and install it again, and then what? Can I have the ID and from there I can get whatever? I don't know, we can allow 100 screenshot for, we can allow 100 screenshots, but I'm not sure how we can make, not sure how we can enforce that. Like if the user uninstall the app, does the screenshot count? I think I'm getting a half of myself. Resets, or for B1 MVP line. I don't worry about. Yeah, I think, let's see. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we can add that later. And not to worry about that. In any case, let's review the spec. Okay, so let's see the functional requirements. So the functional requirements are Stripe customer, the device ID, not MacShot account, product line, app cloud, custom upload, local only, no Stripe, JWT capability of cloud, cloud status, trailing, is this trailing or active or past due, and now is less than grade sense. Now this is, I like this rules, how he creates it. Custom lifetime or custom status equals trailing, or cloud after trailing and not past due. Yeah, that's perfect. Flows. So the onboarding to checkout, webhook, deep link, activate. B. Tokens, capture cloud upload, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, outer scope and change, AI, payment element, in-app plane switch, refunds for user accounts, non-functional, consistent, load, strong, behavior, availability, security, latency, abuse, ops, operation. Okay, so let's see the architecture. So we have Stripe, we have our app where we have for bringing your own JWT or refresh token and settings, and the checkout portal calls the app. We send that to the backend, and Stripe communicates with the backend. Billing routes, plus JWT, plus webhooks, entitlement, blah blah blah. Data model. So we have this. Yeah, I think I'm going to add our own ID. I don't care if for the Stripe customer ID, that is useful to know, but we are not going to to worry about that. Invariants, find entitlement row per customer. So we have the customer ID. I need to get a better schema defined, and we're going to do that now. So the flow flows. We have the checkout session from the API. Then we get from Stripe. We have our webhook, and we check the code. Blah blah. We activate, and it refreshes the data flows. Okay, so from the onboarding to get entitlement. Now when I capture, I send the JWT to the API. I check the entitlement in Cursor, and if that is okay, if it fails, I claim that, pass due, the webhooks, blah blah blah, uploads. Expect data, so right up. Yes, update the documents. Okay, I want to see the final. I want to define the schema completely. Okay, it's looking good, and I think we can continue with the, okay, so I want to define let's define the let's define the schema. Also, let me check. Cursor local and sync. Sample full local state workflow. This is sample way through complete flow, standard server and answer. Write and push connected clients. Sync message. We are going to use Cursor sync. Push sensor local changes to the cursor server under logical sensor and component strategy. Less push wins. Oh, we have Go support. Nice. Nice. If we have a set write without connectivity, run local and call push when the connection is available, changes are safely stored in local database file until they can. We should not worry about that. Let's not worry about that unless we have issues with the reliability of Torso. So let's define the database schema. And with that, I think we're going to end the session. So let's see. And I also want all the IDs to have a prefix, so I know what is a customer or what not is a customer. Internal sortable UID also save this ADR, maybe new file, but I want all the entities to have a prefix. Like customer, we have cost, UID, something like that. Okay, internal sortable UID. This is one of the things that I love, that it will update almost every place that it needs to update with that. So this is beautiful. Okay, time columns. D1, everything in UTC. Yeah, I don't like to use enums in the database, because if you need to add a new enum, you need to write a migration, for that, so there is no need to, in my experience, every time that I've used in the databases, it's been a pain to maintain. So it's easier to have them like in the code, and then we can we can have good enough type systems that will make sure that there are no issues in when we are inserting the value. So activation codes. I'm not sure if we activation codes, code shape. Okay, yeah, I think that should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. The unique email port table. Okay, refresh tokens.device ID. I think for now it should be fine. The app generated stored in the keychain. I'm not too worried about obvious stuff. This refresh token hash, never store raw refresh token, blah blah blah, lookup by hash. I think chat 250 feet should be fine. So each one is fine. Stripe subscription on entitlements, yes. So Sketch has cloud subscription ID for webhooks and web events. So yes. That should be fine. And we are almost finished. Okay, I think we are good with the design. Let me check again the schema. Customer primary key. We have the customer ID. I don't know if we are going to need the trial consume column. Entitlements. Customer ID. Cloud status. cloud plan, cloud subscription ID. Yeah, I think this should be fine for our use cases, because we could have like a products table, and from there we can have all the different entitlements, like, but for this use case and what we want to do, should be more than enough to support all the things that we want for the monetization of this app. So should be fine, because yeah, sounds good. Activation codes. Okay. I don't know if I should save the data of the events from Stripe, and should we keep another subscription here? So yeah, I think we're good. Well, thank you so much for watching, and tomorrow finally we're going to do some code and have this start implementing. Hopefully we'll have tomorrow the UI ready and the initial integration with everything up and running. I already have a Stripe account, so we're going to use that. We can use the sandbox environment and all of that, so we are good. Also, there are a few things that I want to change. I want to have a proper domain for the API, and also for the for the API basically. Yeah. Thank you so much, and see you in the next time. Bye.